everything that you're saying has some truth to it. It's just the delivery. You standing, there's no denying that you're standing for and by your people.
Well, here's the thing. When you're addressing evil, you can't worry about the delivery. When you're looking at the conditions of our community, you can't worry about the evil when you got kids that kill kids and say we smoking on Tuka. See, they wasn't worried about the delivery when these kids in Chicago were talking about smoking on Tuka. They weren't worried about the delivery. I ain't got no manners for no slut. I'm gonna put my thumb in her butt. The delivery? I like girls kissing girls where I'm from, and that's on the radio. Girls on girls, that's promoting lesbianism to my daughter as we driving to school. This song they playing with Drake. Y'all worried about the delivery? These niggas talking about killing each other. They really, that nigga Thug said, nigga, I shot at your mama. You don't mention me no more. He really shot that nigga mama. And y'all worried about my delivery? These niggas are confessing to murders on songs. And y'all worried about my delivery? The conditions of black sucking them, talking about booty holes. Y'all worried about my delivery? Come on, don't be hypocrites, black people. Y'all can't listen to this music if y'all so caught up in my delivery. Don't do me like that. And the way y'all snap and pop y'all pussy to this music, the way y'all kill and drill to this music, don't trip about my delivery. I talk like that to get my point across. Cause when I wasn't talking like that, wearing a bow tie, y'all wasn't paying me no attention, and I was going to the Supreme Court changing laws and legislations in this country. I was working with over 50 U.S. congressional members, from Ted Cruz to Mark Rubio, Senator John Cornyn. I was on the front page of the American Bar Association Journal. Y'all wasn't paying attention then. So I gave y'all what y'all want. A ignorant motherfucker nigga that talk like them rappers. Now y'all paying attention, huh? I got y'all attention, checkmate. Now let me tell y'all what y'all need to hear. We f***ed up as a race of people since y'all so caught up into my delivery. 5% of children now are catching HIV from ages 13 to 21. What y'all worried about? 85% of the new chlamydia, all the new cases are teenagers. What y'all so caught up about? Only 35% of most kids in inner cities can read on or above their grade level. What the f*** are y'all talking about and these kids can't read? How long you been rich?
8 years.
You've lost touch with reality.
I won't disagree.
Kids don't have a lot of resources.
So you don't think with the internet, kids don't have more resources?
When you say more resources,
but
like what?
You make resources.
But how? When you look and see most kids aren't creating content.
It just depends on what you want to do in life.
But how do you know what you want to do when you don't have a developed brain? You're talking about an undeveloped brain, and you're dealing with trauma and your dad in prison. Social media is a facade. You never see somebody on social media say, boy, these my last $2 right here. They gonna come show you when they got their $500. You never see nobody on social media say, man, here go the disconnect notice, man. I gotta pay these light bill by Friday. I'm 2 months behind. I tell all parents, your children don't love you as much as you love your kids. Your kids will look you in your face and lie to you for what they want and won't have no compassion if they can get away with the lie. You will lay your life down for your kids and they'll sell everything you ever left for them. The kids don't come before nobody because the kids don't love you enough to come before you. They'll keep on partying and cry today at the funeral and won't give a damn about you 2 years ago when they get a new lover. We act like we don't f*** over our parents, intentionally lie. And look, the person that love you the most, and you will lie to them intentionally and won't have no conscience about it. What you mean? You don't love your parents as much as you say you do. Because if you did, you wouldn't do this.
Girls say the same thing. We lie to our girlfriends, but we love them.
Man, don't compare your girl to your mom and father who put you on earth and gave you life.
That's true.
So this is somebody who loves you more than your girl. And you purposely lie to me to get what you want, to put yourself first. Why wouldn't I want to put myself before you? Let's take the CIA out of that in whatever propaganda. Where did your mom and daddy meet at? In what condition did your mom and daddy fuck to have you that the CIA didn't know your mama was gonna meet your daddy at this club? The CIA didn't know your daddy was a lying motherfucker and he was gonna fuck the woman around the corner and have another baby and you was gonna be the outside baby. The CIA didn't have nothing to do with that, with why your mom and daddy broke up. Whoever molested you, the CIA don't have nothing to do with that. Your childhood trauma has nothing to do with the CIA.
The environment that we live in, or we're put in, is set up by people. How do I know what's beautiful and what's not?
No, listen. The government ain't got nothing to do with what makes my dick get hard. Yeah, you need a soldier in the White House. You don't need a politician. Let your politician stay in Congress, but your president's supposed to be a soldier.
Charleston White on why America needs a soldier as a president, not a politician. What he say next is unbelievable.
You see what that African president is doing over there, that young brother? That's the kind of, he's a soldier. He's the commander-in-chief. Why do you got a Wall Street boy up there with a wig on? You need a lieutenant or a captain with a bald spot in his head, don't give a damn about a toupee. But he died for this country because he done served it, he done put years in it, he done trained and raised this his country. This they country, man. Our military supposed to be our presidents and politicians and shit, man. They go and fight, lose legs and limbs and come over here and suffer without a voice. For politicians to dictate to them and they gonna die, man, no. Should nobody be able to dictate to a soldier who done put his life down on the line? And everybody should handle them with care. T.D. Jakes for his church, he not for the community. We don't see him nowhere doing nothing. His church or nothing. Now they got a prison reentry, but that's for the grant funding for his business.
Do you think he's a net positive to Dallas?
No.
To the black community?
No.
T.D. Jakes?
No.
Really?
What do we do other than preach a good message? To make our mothers feel good. Only to come back home and still drink wine and feel better. Playing a pussy with a rose to feel emo better. So all he is a feel-good preacher. No, man. The Bible says what you do for the least of those. I don't see no preacher, no church really doing for the least of those other than the poor churches that's amongst the least of those. You cannot take your big, beautiful church, build it out on the hill away from the people and think you can still reach the people. They can't walk to that church. And matter of fact, this church is so extravagant, it's ATM machines all over this motherfucker. And when it's time to pay tithes, poor people are excluded out of the black church.
What do you mean?
They're excluded. The preacher make you feel like you ain't got a soda seed. Who got a soda seed? They make you feel like if you ain't got no money to give. God don't need my money. He need my confessions. Y'all, this is a woman with no man, though. Go
You're
talk
damn
to
right.
them women with a man.
That's right.
Go talk to them women with a man.
That's right.
I saw mothers who were married 40, 50 years. You talking to a woman with no man.
Exactly.
Try, listen, talk to me outside the book. Talk to me about a woman who been married 30, 40 years and let her tell me about her man, because she can't tell me about our man. Let me tell me about the men that you chose, the men that you had. Don't tell me about the men you didn't have, because you don't know those men. Right? Because if all men were the same, all men would be doing the same. If some nigga beat women, if some nigga won't dare touch a woman. So we're all different. Yeah, we have the same chromosomes, makeup, all that, homie, but our environments, how we raise, supersede all that shit. Because once you develop a conscience, once you learn right from wrong and you got a conscience, homie, I wouldn't give a fuck what turn you on, you wouldn't do it. I wouldn't give a fuck how horny you is, you ain't gonna cheat on your wife. When you develop that, you fight against your nature. You deny yourself. That's where fasting and praying come in at. You develop coping skills. You develop critical thinking skills, conflict skills to supersede your nature. That's where the morality comes in. She said, well, what about love? I said, we worry about love later. You and I have something in common that we can build together and establish something. We'll learn to love each other later. I ain't man, motherfucker looking for love in the beginning. That's why relationship don't last. Because it's almost like a business partnership that we're agreeing to. It ain't love. Because some days I'm gonna wake up and feel like I don't love you. Some days you go look up and feel like you don't love me. That's how we go get to 50 years once we get past them days and years we don't feel like we love each other. That's how our elders done it. Granddaddy was a sorry motherfucker. At some point he grew out of being sorry. And boy, he's sitting over there, he's the best daddy she can be, and she's happy, she's the best grandmother. Put his ass in the ground and she go live and travel the world good. But he was a rotten motherfucker for 20 years out of them 30, out of them 40. You're gonna go through that.
Just make it through. You just
Man,
got to go through it. You just got the women just got to go through that.
No,
point.
women ain't got to go through nothing. We got to go through it together.
Okay.
Because y'all keep trying to separate this. When I get with a woman, this is a we, not a you and you. Mm-hmm. So my flaws as a man is factored in when you pick me. Even if they wasn't. Once you see them, nobody's remained the same forever. This is my definition of love. Okay. Love is not what you can give. It's about what you can take. Our mothers took a lot. It ain't about what you can give. It's about what you can take. But what you can take.
How much you endure? You're saying how much you endure?
Don't y'all put nothing on it but what I said. You figure it out. Because each person has to define love according to their life experiences. Not what I'm saying. And she's right. Men are incapable till somebody teach us. And who teaches? A good woman? Not the fucked up woman, a good woman, a woman who play like she believe your lies when she know you lying. A woman who forgive you when she keep catching you cheating. A woman who breathe life into you when she know you sorry. She teach you how to love by her actions. At some point, the guilt and shame that a man feels for being a piece of shit ass man will start to make this road grow out that concrete.
Oh.
But it's the environment. That's all I'm saying. Every human is capable of becoming good, even if they bad. And I believe that with all my heart.
Okay.
Women can go years without having sex and not be bothered by not having sex. For instance, the single Maya, so she's been, 7 to 10 years. Women can do that, hoes can't.
I know a lot of good women that just love sex.
Good women, good women don't love sex. Good women love sex with the men they love.
Yeah, okay.
You keep trying to compare hoes.
Nah, I think it's not.
No, you keep saying women, but you mean hoes.
I don't think.
So do your mama like sex with a bunch of men?
No.
Come on now. You see how quick you said no? So when you say women, say my mama. When you say women, say my mama.
I don't think everything is as black as white as you make it seem.
You making it seem in black and white because you put all women in the category and I'm separating them. I'm saying women do this, ladies do this, bitches do this, hoes do this. You keep saying all women and I'm saying, no, Sean, not all women, nigga. So homie, so let me just break this down for y'all. This is why they do not want to get rid of crime. Clear my throat and sit up and talk straight so y'all really hear me out. All the money that 501c3 gets, your police department gets, your Boys and Girls Club, there's a funding, there's a budget that every state, every city, every federal government got. It's called public safety. Now, California's police department have $1 billion budget. Them had always been billion. When I was there, I think they had like 400, almost $500 million. That's what I was, it's like, God damn it. That's what made me say, man, let me go try to get some of that money. Mm-hmm. So they got $1 billion budget. That's damn near military's budget. How they can't control crime. That's why they got all these gangbanging niggas with these programs that's still promoting gangbanging and still doing shooting that's getting paid like Big U was doing. Mm-hmm. That's why they had to snatch his ass up because he was taking the money, funding it to the gang. Nipsey was going to do it. All of them do it. In the name of 501c3, community outreach, youth help work programs, what the mayor said. Mm-hmm. So let me break this down for you. Stop right there. If you want some help and you want some money and you need funding, look to your local police department. Boosie is one of them dislawed niggas from the streets that's upholding the street rules that if, as your friend, if you do something in the streets, he'll let the streets kill you to maintain the street rule. That's why a lot of his friends is dead and the dark cloud sits over his head. Speculation that it has something to do with his partner Aubrey being killed. When you so down with the streets, homie, you'll have one of your partners killed, like Boosie was doing, upholding them street rules. You'll forget the values of life. You wouldn't value life, you value street rules over life, so you'll kill a nigga for breaking the street rules. That's why you hear Boosie saying free R. Kelly, and he promote killing the black people. But he speaks as if what he's done through his lyrics and Marlo Mike and his no snitching, all the street codes do is destroy black people, black homes, black families. But he speaks as if he's pro-black. So when you see him on Vlad television, and by the way, any man that constantly hides his eyes is not to be trusted. That's the window to the soul. Man, you look a person in his eyes, man, when you hiding your eyes, you hiding something. And Boosie hide his eyes a lot. I'm waking up with no script. A rapper got a script. He going in the booth, spewing. You know, he got his 16 bars.
Charleston White. I never thought Jay-Z would notice me until he responded. What he said next is unbelievable.
Most comedians do the same set. I wake up every day and give away free comedy. I don't repeat the same shit every day. I don't wake up and just say people's names. I respond to people saying my name. I fuck with all celebrities, so I'm not just picking on no celebrity. Till I became one, I thought we didn't matter. I thought the average person online with a mouth like Charleston White's didn't matter to a Jay-Z, that he couldn't hear me. I'm so far up in the air, I don't hear niggas corny. What do you say to Nas? So in my mind, Boosie can't hear me when I say, man, that nigga's son, he can't hear me. When I say T.I. name, he can't hear me. I didn't know my voice was ringing that loud.
When did you realize that?
When they started responding to me. And they broke my heart, homie. I thought the rapping niggas was the real G, good fella, Godfather type niggas. That's why they kept saying Offset wanted to go. They couldn't leave. You with these, I ain't finna let you leave. That's why you arguing and squabbling. Cause y'all really want to leave, homie. It's so much, homie. These ain't right, man. These industry, these street, homie, they're projecting these rules and then coming here playing like they admirable men with street rules and street exit. Nah, homie, them little was set up that night. That's why they on these damn podcasts talking about it and making sure they on every guy. When did gangsters start talking and explaining criminal cases? They was set up that night, homie. Everybody know that, but everybody. Everybody in there that night know what the play was, man. Everybody. Everybody in Texas know what the play is. If you rapping, you celebrity, if you like the strip club, you like to do this, you check in with them, they bringing them bad dice on you. Why you think they Duke the Judah, they really couldn't get him? That's why they had, come on, homie. If you coming in to check in and you got to stay with this group and they taking you around, they ain't taking you around and introduce you to people, they taking you around so everybody get a piece of you. You nigga better realize everybody, all your people ain't your kind. So you think you checking in over here, you checking, homie, these ain't having you checking in for the well-being and the safety of you just because you black. And they want to make sure another black man come through here and get the love and no, they ain't doing that. For one, they know you ain't putting no money back off into the community.